What is up, everybody? We're here once again, ramblings from the warp from Late Night Dice. As always, it's me, Gabe, Kyle, and Christian.
Hi, everybody. It's Kyle. That's me.
I didn't know what to do. He didn't say hi, everybody.
Jesus, y'all are terrible at intros.
I mean, he's all doing his William Shatner impression, so I figured it would be a little awkward if we started fighting.
Right? I didn't pick up the Shatner thing, but all right.
There's
Anyway.
something on the wing. Welcome to Late Night Dice.
Either way. So we're cracking on with the Legion breakdowns. But before we get into that, just want to remind everybody, one, we're behind schedule, our bad. But we do have War Games Con coming up. Kyle, dates?
Father's Day weekend, June 19th, 2021.
Is that Father's Day weekend?
That is Father's Day weekend. Pretty sure.
I do not have offspring, so I don't know these holidays. No one's ever gotten me a best dad mug.
Yep.
All right, so War Games Con's coming up. So we got that going on. And then we also have Warzone coming up in September. Before we get into the Legion, though, we did get a new book. And I want to touch on that before we crack into Night Lords. So we got the new Talarn book. And it had a cool new detachment in it that, I'm not going to lie, I haven't really found a use for it yet. But the two things we did get out of there really cool were the command tanks. I know that I talked to you guys about them, but I want to talk about them. Space Marines got a command Spartan, which is a straight up command tank. Like, it can be used for Vox checks. It has an augury scanner. It has smoke screen. It has all the normal stuff you're going to see in all the normal command stuff. And it gives you 2 additional detachments that can only be used for armored support. Or, I'm sorry, armored units. You can only use it for tank detachments. But that's pretty dope. Because we've had command tanks, right? We had like command rhinos that'll actually say, like, hey, here's a command rhino. If there's a guy in it, you can use his stats to like do a Vox or whatever. But this one straight up just says, hey, we have a Vox number of 9 for stats. Like, be mad. Then Solar Auxilia got a new Dracosan that's the exact same thing. So those are kind of exciting. Now, they are high command. So they also give you Master of the Legion. So there's your extra reaction for taking a tank. But I'm not sure if I'm sold on putting a big box out there with the high command tag on it, but that's neither here or there. Any thoughts on that before we crack on?
I think it'd be
14
cool.
all around, right?
Yeah, it's Spartan.
And ballistic skill 5.
And it does still hold people.
Yes.
It only holds like
12.
4 or some. No, it's something low.
No, it holds.
It's 12.
It's 12.
It's pretty good chunk. Yeah. Well, I mean, remember, it's a Spartan, man. Like, default Spartan holds over 20. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Transport capacity 8.
Yeah, that's all. Like,
hit points.
It
12.
was something small.
Sorry, hit points 12.
8 isn't small, bro. That's perfectly fine. 8 can still hold the command squad. Either way,
some people would say 8 is enough. Even some people say it's too much.
I'm over here packing extra big mastodons. Okay, so
that was the worst comparison ever. All right, moving on. So leading us into our craziness, so we're going to be talking about Night Lords, and Kyle is going to be covering Night Lords, which I'm not going to lie, I'm a little salty about because I kind of like Night Lords are a really, really badass legion.
We talked about this game. You don't trust me to do the legion that you're doing, so you gave me the one that I can maybe not offend everybody on the planet about.
Hey, we could give you that take, bro. You could do Space Wolves.
Oh no, because I will just be making furry jokes the entire time.
At the end of the day, you Neanderthals. At the end of the day, Night Lords are a very beloved legion. So treat them with a little bit of respect. Be kind. and understand that they're also one of the only legions that's kind of like they're not just kind of held in high esteem by their players, but even by their author. So Aaron Dembski-Bowden, ADB, he has sign authority on any Night Lord book. They're that important to him. Like their author ADB, he only does Night Lord stuff. And if anyone else wants to write about Night Lord stuff, they have to get ADB's like sign off on it.
That's cool.
Yeah, like he loves his Night Lords, man. Like that's his jam. So, with that being said, Kyle, take us through Night Lords.
Maybe one of these days I'll read a book.
Here's to hoping, buddy.
Well, I don't want to. I want to put a disclaimer. All right, I'm not being disrespectful when I forget something or when I say that these guys are bullies, because they are. And I'm not going to say they're the bravest people on the battlefield, because they're not. They are terrifying, literally and figuratively. They're based around fear. They have a special item called the Trophies of Judgment that any command or champion subtype can carry for 10 points, that gives them fear 1. Straight up. If you're within 12 inches of them, any kind of check that you need to take is -1 because of fear. So they're scary. They're terrifying. They have some really cool things about them. They're cool in a whole bunch of different ways. Their Legion Tactica is they get +1 weapon skill if they're fighting against units that have tactical statuses. So pretty much what they're going to want to do is use a shooting squad to put a status on someone, and then use their melee squads to go in and have a +1 to the weapon skill when they fight. So it's kind of a little wombo combo deal. So not only are you fighting at initiative 1 because you have a status, you also are going to be getting hit a lot easier. Now, when I say that these guys aren't the bravest, I mean that specifically with their gambits and their advanced reactions. Their advanced reaction, if they are the target of a charge, they can use their advanced reaction to make a immediate fallback move as if they were routed. So it is a full fallback move, but when they're done, they don't take a routed status. They just go back to normal. So they literally run away from a charge because they want to be the ones charging. Also, their gambit, I don't want to get too wordy because it is very wordy, but it says that if you can use this gambit in a challenge, and what it says is you're going to replace the person that you have in the challenge with somebody else from the squad, even if that person normally wouldn't be able to take a challenge. So if you get into my squad with my Praetor and you say, hey, I'm going to, I issue a challenge, I accept. I'm going to use the gambit of, all right, cool. My Praetor is going to switch out with the Bob #1 because he took the last soda out of the fridge and didn't replace it. And
That's kind of brave, though, in a way, right, Kyle? You're
No.
like the lowest man on the totem pole's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll fight a Primarch.
No, I think he's more like, oh God, why did you pick me?
or is it like he doesn't do that? It's like that scene where they go to hit with the sword and the Praetor just grabs the guy by him and puts him in front of him like a shield.
I think more like Men in Tights, like hurt them, save me. Yeah. And so, yeah, so that leaves the Praetor to fight the rest of the squad while your champion, who is probably the better fighter, is going to just murder Mook for no reason.
Okay. It's worth noting a couple of things. Okay. It's not just about running out of the combat, so you're like, oh, I'm avoiding this named character. That's not always the gimmick. The other lens you have to see this through is their name is terror, right? So to put like a gaming spin on that, hey, you ran up into a combat and you're like, oh yeah, there's Sevatar, and the Sevatar goes, nope, I'm gonna fight the squad. Guess what Sevatar does to regular Marines?
Oh, he's a murder bot.
He's a murder bot. They're all murder bots. That's what they do, man. So like I like it. It's got a thematic twist to it that just says like, oh God, what now? I like
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm saying it's very funny. I think it's great. But the going on with their whole spiel of wanting to be in the melee, because these guys are melee murder bots. Their detachment is called Terror Assault. It's 2 troop choices and 2 fast attack choices. One of the troop choices is prime, but those troops have to be terror squads. So I guess we'll jump right into what a terror squad is. I'll come back to that for the Apex detachment. Don't let me forget. The terror squad is their, I don't want to call them an assault squad, but they're pretty much an assault squad. They have, well, I wouldn't say squad. The despoiler, would you say a despoiler squad, Gabe?
They are a more finely tuned despoiler squad.
Yeah, yeah. So they get chain swords. They only have the bolt pistols. They don't have shooting weapons. They have bolt pistols. They do inherently have Fear 1. So there's another squad with Fear. That's going to be a theme throughout this. They also have Vanguard 2. But then they have something special, which is dirty, but also like Night Lordy. Hatred Infantry. So that's the fine tune of the Despoiler Squad, is they have the Hatred Infantry.
So just to be clear, it goes just a little bit further than that, because when I say that they're a fine-tuned version of a despoiler squad, I'm sure that here in a second you're going to get into it, but their weapon options are all over the place.
Yes, that was next on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have the Executioner is the name of the normal person. The Headsman is the name of their sergeant, right?
Mhm.
The Headsman can trade in his chainsword for any of the normal sergeant melee weapons list, which is normal for most sergeants. The units may change in their. I mean, I guess I should say, I guess you can make them shooty by changing in their chain swords for bolters or chain axes for free. You could pay points to give them Volkite chargers or rotor cannons or flamers. But then they also have chain glaives for 5 points a model, which is a unique chain blade, unique to the Night Lords. The chain glaive is a chain blade with breaching 6, shred 6, AP 3, 1 damage, plus 1 strength. So it's pretty cool. It's definitely a rule of cool to put that instead of a chain blade on your guys. And then they also have the Terror Squad doesn't have access to it, but since I'm talking about it, they do have what's called a Headsman's Axe. -2 initiative modifier, +2 strength, AP 2, damage 2, crit hit 6. Usually for only 10 points on the times that you do get it. You trade out a power weapon for the 10 points, and 10 points for the Headsman's Axe. Which I just realized is kind of weird that the Headsman doesn't get a Headsman's Axe.
They can only put so much on a troop choice.
Okay. All right. Now, if we just amped these guys up a little bit, the other part of that detachment is the fast attack, which would be your Night Raptors squad.
Well, it's any fast attack, but the Night Raptors fit into that slot, right?
Right. That's what I mean.
Okay.
We're amping up the Terror Squad and turning them into Night Raptors by giving them jump packs. So now they're movement 12. Everybody gets 3 attacks instead of just the headsman. They're called Night Raptors, and then their sergeant's the Hunt Master because they got to have cool names for everybody. They still have that Fear 1. They've got the most unique thing I've seen. Vanguard 4. I don't
There's
think
there's some Vanguard 4 out there.
Okay, it's very rare because
Yeah,
I
it is
can't
rare.
name one. I'm not very knowledgeable, but they also have Impact Initiative. So on the charge, they get +1 to their initiative.
Gross,
Back to the whole, you run away from a charge so that you can charge them back. And they have the Fear 1, and they come innately with Deep Strike.
Yeah, jump packs. Yeah,
jump packs. Now you can again switch out their chain glaives, chain swords for a chain glaive for 5 points per model. These guys are going to be bullies. That's what they're for. You run them up on a squad that's on an objective, and they either have to know how to deal with it, which they're not going to be able to because these guys are terrifying, or give up 4 points to Vanguard. So that's what I mean by these guys are bullies. This whole army are bullies. They're mean, and they know it, and they like it. They love it. They live it. That's their two major choices for their terror assault auxiliary detachment. They do have an apex detachment, and this is where it's going to get a little confusing on my part. They have what's called the Atramentar Hunt. Now, the Atramentar, from what I understand, are Sevatar's boys. Sevatar being their first captain. He's the master of the Atramentar. They are special Tartarus Terminators. Or they are Terminators with special rules because they're Atramentar. Is that the best way to put it, Gabe?
Yes.
Yeah. The Atramentar, if they are prime, models of this unit are prime, they can take the prime advantage and gain deep strike and impact initiative special rules.
Yeah, so the Atramentar, if they're taken as a prime slot, they basically gain deep strike.
Right. And they don't have to be Tartarus. They can be Cataphracti command squads, Tartarus to command squads, Cataphracti Terminator, or Tartarus Terminator squads. Can't be Saturnine, but either Cataphracti or Tartarus. And they're prime, they can be Atrament. They can take the Atramentar prime advantage to gain deep strike and impact initiative. Now, where I say it gets confusing is they do have a unit called the Atramentar Flayclade. Flayclade. They are Tartarus Terminators. 7 movement speed, 2 up, 5 up saves. They have some special rules, being the Flayclade. For one, they can be 20-man squads, which is absurd. They get power weapons. Straight off the bat, they get power swords. Can exchange them all for any of the other power weapons. You can also, change out their combi bolters for Volkite chargers like any other Terminator for free. But you can give them the Nostramo chain glaive for free instead of having to pay for it like every other squad. So they get a chain glaive for free. They also, of course, you give them Power Fist, Lightning Claws, Chain Fist, Thunder Hammers, all that jazz, normal. Pair of Lightning Claws for 15 points. And their sergeant, called the Trucidor, I assume it's Trucidor, can get the Headsman's Axe for 10 points. So he gets that awesome special weapon. They do get normal bulky 2, implacable advance, impact initiative, Vanguard 3. And then they have 2 special rules one called Sworn Loyalty. If Sevatar is on the field, they can, if they need to make a leadership check, they can use Sevatar's leadership characteristic. Period.
So, a little backstory to fill in here. The Atramentar. These are Sevatar's boys. Right. The Atramentar weren't just the Terminators. They were like Terminators in general are elite, typically because they're veterans and things like that. The Atramentar are a step beyond that. And they're like alarmingly loyal to Sevatar. Like there have been instances in books where they've declined orders from their primarch and taken Sevatars. So like that's their thing. They're super loyal to him. And the Flakelade are
You're my Primarch, but I take his orders from him. Sorry, boss.
yeah, like well, okay, so that is another thing about Night Lords. Is like they're one of the legions that can't stand their dad.
Yeah.
They're like, bro, did you see what he did? Yeah, dude, he killed that guy with a rosary. That's crazy. Like they're bananas. They've always been like that one legion that everybody else is like, they're not invited to the cookout.
Yeah. So the other special rule that the Atramentar have, which is why I say these guys, I don't want, it's not cowardice, it's chivalrous. It's honorable honor.
That quite literally, they don't care about honor.
Yeah, they don't care about honor because this rule is called cloaked in murder. When they declare a charge on an enemy unit that is locked in combat, they get to add 1 inch to their setup move because they want to fight the people that are already busy fighting. No honor at all. And when you got 20 of them carrying dual lightning claws, there's 85 attacks. Just saying.
I'm going to say this. If you're out there building 20-man units of Atramentar, whatever happens next, I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah, I mean, some people really don't think about it. Like, if you build a 20-man unit, that's kind of funny, but some people already kind of do that because instead of taking a 20-man unit, they just spread it out into 3 or 2 units that equal 20 that you're going to have on the field. So
Yeah.
it's
No,
yeah.
I don't want to break the rules, the well-spoken rule of don't tell me the points, but that's almost 1,000 points for one squad. That's 995 points. That's amazing. I love
I
it.
will
Yeah.
I will say that like my boy Eric, he lives and breathes Night Lords. Like Sevatar's his boy. And I did see Eric take an entire list of nothing but Night Lord Terminators once, and it was terrifying.
I mean, that's also thing too. That's like straight Night Lord's action right there. You just like I could bring a 20-man squad of just this. You just did what they did in the lore. These guys put fear into whole fucking star systems, or to the point that they never even have to fire a bullet. You just have to think of them or think of their name. They're like, oh, we submit. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You're sending that guy.
Yeah.
Like
One of my favorite stories is in the Shattered Legion books. I was telling Kyle about this. There's a part where like the salamanders and these iron hands and these Shattered Legions are all sitting there and they're like, holy shit, there's traitors, and they're like, who is it? And they're like, it's Night Lords, and the guy's like, why did it have to be Night Lords? It's one of those things of like, shall they know no fear?
yeah, it's like yeah, they know no fear, and then they're like, but there's this fucking weird tingling sensation I have in me. It makes me feel kind of funny, kind of like climbing up the rope in gym class. Oh wait,
I
that's called fear.
I
Bro,
think
like
about these guys and I kind of want to throw up a little bit. I don't know what that means.
I remember I was talking to Eric one time, and I was like, I was still really early in the hobby, and I didn't know a lot about heresy. And I was like, explain Night Lords to me. He goes, you want to be in the battle, right? He goes, yeah. Like at all costs. He goes, yeah. He goes, everybody's down to argue until you start skinning babies. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. There's actually a book where they went and like skinned a bunch of orphans. They're fucked up, dude.
Yeah, and it shows in their troop choices. It shows
Yeah.
in their unit choices, unit abilities.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about them. So let's bring on Sevatar, the first captain of the Night Lords, the Prince of Crows, the master of the Atramentar. He is, I mean, he's a shredder that he destroys. He's got to be one of the best melee combatants, if not fighters, like challengers in the game, right? Didn't you say that he's the one that can kill everybody and has
So
killed everybody?
You're
so
pissing off a
there's
lot of Sigmund's lovers out there.
hey, they can be mad. Sigismund only ever lost one duel, and it was to Sevatar. They can be
Yeah.
mad.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like
He's
Like
the Muhammad Ali.
now I just imagine like him sitting there and Sevatar being like, I don't get it, man. Why are y'all bitching? And then like Sigismund fans are like, you did this, like do better.
Be better,
get
punk.
Like,
good.
get good.
Get good.
Skill issue. Like,
So what makes him really cool is his innately comes with precision 4+ on his attacks. Just that's one of his special rules, not his weapon, on him.
which is rare to see outside of a Primarch.
Right. He has fear 2. So putting him with the Atramentar that don't have fear, now they have fear 2. And then his weapons, his melee weapons called Knight's Whisper, +1 initiative, of course. So his initiative is 6, which is up there for a regular high command. And then +2 strength, AP2, 1 damage, critical strike, critical hit 6+, shred 5+. So if you roll a 6, you are doing 3 damage that you don't have to roll a wound for, that you can put wherever you want in the squad because it's precision. And he gets 5 attacks base. He's gross. You add in, when you put him into a challenge, his own special gambit called Dirty Fighter, which, again, no honor among Night Lords. His says that in the face-off, in the first face-off step of a challenge, he gets a free attack. He gets 1 attack, which could do 3 damage at AP2. That's gross and amazing. So and then he's got another special rule called Dark Dreams, which is not a gambit. There's no limit on it other than you do it at the effects subphase. So at the end of your turn, in the effects subphase. Right? The effects is at the end, right? I'm not crazy about that. Right?
Was that a question?
Yeah. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, the effects
The
subphase,
effects
it depends
phase.
on which effect subphase. There's one at the end of the turn and there's one at the top of the turn.
It just says in this model's controlling player's effects subphase.
Yeah, that's end of turn.
End of turn. Okay. You roll a dice. If it's a 2 through 4, nothing happens. If it's a 1, until the start of the controlling player's next effect subphase, this model loses the command subtype and gains the specialist subtype. So on a 1, you lose the ability to use a Vox on him. Okay. But
Hey,
also he can't be challenged.
You also lose the ability to accept and decline challenges. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like double edged. Like, okay, maybe it'd be cool. But on a 5 or a 6, he gets a feel no pain 5-up. That's pretty
Juicy.
awesome.
That's juicy.
That's pretty awesome. Now, since we are talking about Terminators, they do have their own special Terminator squad. The Kontakar Terminator Squad. It is 4 base, 4 Kontakar, 1 dissident, which is their sergeant. It's going to confuse a lot of people if you just start calling them what they are. It's dissident or hunt master or headmaster or whatever. Executioners. People get confused, but that's okay. They'll learn because these guys leave a mark. They have base weapon called a Volkite Cavator, which is kind of like a Volkite Charger, except it's range 10 instead of 15. 4 shots, strength 6, AP 5, 1 damage, deflagrate 6. So that's pretty awesome in and of itself. And then you can, for free, replace any model's Volkite Cavator with a heavy flamer. Couple that with the Fear 1 that they have. They get you're imposing panic checks at a -2, essentially. Because the panic 1 from the flamer and then -1 from the fear.
Mm-hmm.
They do have Vanguard 3, Deep Strike, Implacable Advance, Bulky 2. They are Terminators, 2 up, 5 up. They're Tartarus Terminators. Their ability to take the Chain Blade, again, like I said, they can take that, or they have that as well. But their Dissident has a very unique amalgamation of a power fist and a lightning claw called the Eschaton Power Claw. -2 initiative modifier, base attacks, +3 strength, AP 2, 2 damage, shred 6 plus. So it could be 3 damage.
Yeah, it's a gross power fist.
That thing's gross. It's awesome. And I can't think of who else can take it besides him. I played around in New Recruit looking to see who could take it. I think it's only him.
No.
Am I missing someone?
All the commands.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Command Centurion. You can put on a Centurion, give him, Paragon of Battle. Yeah. So, yeah, the Eschaton Power Claw. That thing is pretty legit. I like it a lot. I like these guys a lot. Honestly, if I was going to change legions, it would probably be to the Night Lords, just because I really like their aesthetics.
They do have really pretty models.
They're evil Batman. They have bats all over everything, skulls and bones and gore and flesh and blue and red. It's amazing. But these Conticars are they're cool. I wouldn't say that they're going to be better than some of the other choices available. I guess it's all your choice, but I really like the Conticars. And then I don't want to go too far down. They also have an inductee squad, like everybody does. The inductee squad are a despoiler squad. They have bolt pistols. They have Vanguard 2. What makes them special is their melee weapons called Killer's Blades. Normal base initiative attack strength, no AP dash, 1 damage, but they are breaching 6+ and precision 6+. And they get 2 attacks. So they're pretty precise, I would guess you could say. They're precision cutters with these killer
Fuck you for that joke. You've been hanging on to that, and I don't appreciate it.
You could call them surgical. Now, what plays into that with their precision 6+ killer's blades is they do have a special rule. That's a unique aftermath option for a melee combat. So instead of, the choices of hold, disengage, fall back, they have this choice called the Art of Murder. You roll a dice for every model in this unit. that has this unscrupulous murderer special rule. For every unmodified result of a 6, the controlling player may allocate a single wound to an enemy model of their choosing that has chosen to hold, disengage, or fall back. These wounds have an AP nil, damage 1.
I have a joke about this, but I don't want Christian to cut me.
Bring it. He lives in Dallas.
That sounds like what the Custodes have, but better.
Except aren't the Custodes aren't theirs AP2 or AP3?
Yeah, and it does damage equal to the number of people in the squad, but you have a chance to do multiple wounds to multiple people.
That's true. You put them wherever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're inducted.
Yeah, but we get to cut down your boss.
They can too.
They have precision.
Yeah. Precision 6.
Don't act special.
Yeah.
Not all of those are gonna go out to do like fucking like 4 wounds or something. We have a chance to just go, hey, take 5.
I mean, okay.
I just like poking the bear.
But we could also say, all right, cool, we killed the sergeant, and now we're gonna kill the Vex, and now we're gonna kill the Vox, and now we're gonna kill the Augury scanner. You got nobody special in this group anymore now.
I like how Kyle was so excited he started making up shit. I don't know what a Vex is.
Vexilla?
Oh shit, never mind. Kyle didn't make anything up. He did good. I'm not used to that. My bad.
All right. I'm gonna
Get on
take
good,
that
Kiki.
win. I'm gonna take that win. I'm just gonna keep rolling on it. We're gonna move on to the head honcho himself, Konrad Curze, who is the Primarch, also called the Night Haunter, the Last Judge, the King of Terrors. A little on the nose.
How terrifying do you have to be like the king of terrors out of your whole fucking legion who already like slaughter people, fucking skin babies and shit like that, that they're just like, they look at dad and they're like, yeah, that guy, don't fuck with that guy. We don't even like him. We fear him, actually.
Right. Yeah. He's got your typical Primarch stat line. Weapon skill, ballistic skill 7, strength 6, toughness 6, wounds 6, initiative 7, attack 6, 2 up, 4 up. I mean, he's a Primarch. You get what you expect out of him. Now, he has bulky 4 because he's huge. Well, okay. All right. Let me take that back because I did do a little research on these guys. I did do a little bit more than normal. His model is not big.
No.
His model is actually, all of these models are actually kind of small compared to the normal scale of what I've been seeing in the new Praetors and stuff, which I think is funny because it kind of bleeds into the whole like small dog syndrome. Small dog syndrome.
I'm waiting for Kyle to say the words that I hate so that I have a reason to take it out on him at War Games Con. I'm waiting for this.
I know you are, and I forgot what the word is. I think it's like scale, battle scale.
Nope, you're done.
Remember. I can't remember.
Keep cracking. You missed it.
The scale creep. I don't know. I can't remember what it is, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna say it without saying it. You know. He has, of course, the special rule, Sire of the Night Lords. That gives you the 4 primes if you have your 4 troops in your primary detachment, but they have to be terror squads or assault squads.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so they get the prime. Now, what makes that even more special is it also gives all terror squads infiltrate 12. So fuck your deployment zone. We're going wherever we want within reason.
Now there is a downside to this idea. I'm not saying it's very much of a downside, but there is a downside, and that is that you can't do a turn 1 charge if you infiltrate.
Right.
But I still don't like the idea of that many terror squads like just camping out front and shit doing s'mores. Actually, they wouldn't be making s'mores; they'd be cooking Marines, the sick bastards.
Right. S'mores would be the eye. The marshmallows would be Marines' eyes.
So I wasn't going to go that far, but hey, you're leaning into it. I can appreciate that. Go
I
ahead.
mean, I could have gone somewhere else, but I didn't. I heard that they don't have any, so we're going with eyes.
Oh, that bullshit. Okay, keep cracking.
Now, he's got the Fear 2. It's like Savitar. Eternal Warrior 2.
Do
Expected.
they have true scale?
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
All right, host. All right.
I didn't say it, man. I really did forget what the word was, but I didn't say it.
War Games Con, it's on, homie.
No, I didn't say it. I'm not even
No,
going to agree.
no, that's your boy. You brought it up, bro.
No, I didn't. Even,
that's your boy.
You brought it
Let's
up.
keep on going.
His weapons. He's got a ranged weapon called the Widowmakers. I assume it's 2 of them. They are apparently, I've never seen them, but they're micro-serrated throwing blades.
Mhm.
What? Does he not have guns?
No, he just throws knives, bro.
He throws knives. All right, that's ninja. Ninja stars, Copenhagen's cans. Breaching 4 up, AP 5, 1 damage. I mean, okay, it's cool. He gets 3 shots. All right. That's kind of cool. It's not the lantern, but it's pretty cool. Now his melee weapons, Mercy and Forgiveness, are Artificer Lightning Claws. They look awesome. I love his model. I do have to say I love the way his model looks. +2 attacks like you would expect from Lightning Claws. Base strength, AP 2, 1 damage. Crit hit 5, shred 4. So that's kind of gross. And by kind of, I mean like, I don't want to fight that guy.
I'll fight it. I'll fight anybody. I'll probably die.
I mean,
but
I shoot him. I'd shoot him a lot, But yeah, now what makes him really cool is his special rules that I've skipped over. One's called a death long foreseen. When it's a gambit for his challenges, but you have to roll a dice in order to access the gambit. So you roll a dice on a 5 or a 6. You get access to a death long foreseen. And then you roll a willpower check. And if you pass the willpower check, which is willpower of 8, it's not guaranteed. It's a willpower of 8. You can choose to either have a 5 up feel no pain, +1 to his attacks, or have Mercy and Forgiveness have an initiative modifier of +2 instead of base. So that makes him really dangerous if you can pass both dice checks in the gambit. I personally feel that that's the willpower check's a little unneeded. You're already rolling a 5 up to get the gambit. You should just be able to choose it. You know what I mean? But they don't pay me the big bucks. I just played this game. So
when you're looking at it from think of it this way. He's already good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not arguing that.
So I think what it comes down to is he's already strong. He's already powerful. He's already got a lot of attacks. He's already got a really high initiative. There has to be a detriment. And it is really thematic because he's not sure of himself.
Okay. That would make sense. The willpower part of that would make sense then. So the wombo combo of putting statuses on people, fighting them with these badass melee squads, because all 3 of these squads that I've talked about, 4 of these squads that I've talked about are badass melee. These guys can control a battlefield pretty easily if you put enough statuses out there. But it really shows what really makes these guys pop is their aesthetics, to me personally. their dreadnoughts are unbeatable as far as looks. Even, and that's coming from a Thousand Suns player with the Osiris dreadnought, which I think looks badass because I love the Egyptian theme. But this Leviathan has a literal body hanging off of it. The Contemptor has skulls all over it. Its head is the skull like a chaplain's head, which I think is badass. They have the Contakars have, what are they called? Loincloths that are human flesh, which is gross, but also kind of cool. The Chainglaive looks badass. The Night Lord Praetor in the Artificer armor that they have in the book here looks samurai-ish with the super huge Chainglaive. I really like these guys. I really do. They're a very close second favorite of mine, especially a favorite that we've gone over so far. I think that's all I have for Night Lords. Did I miss anything?
No. I do want to go into a couple of small details about them that it's more of like I like this, so I like to talk about it.
Okay. And I am holding back some for Gellerfield's down. Don't get me wrong.
I enjoy the concept of a legion that scares other legions.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. And it's funny because everybody kind of gives, there's two primarchs that get a lot of shit. It's Angeron and it's Konrad Curze. Curze has unwavering conviction in what he's doing. Unwavering conviction. Like he's the Thanos of primarchs.
He's not sure he can do it, but he knows what he's doing.
No, he knows he can do it too. The thing is so the fate long foreseen or whatever else. Konrad Curze and Sanguinius both have future sight. However, Curze can only ever see the negative outcomes. Sanguinius can see all of the outcomes.
So you're saying you saw that ass whooping coming from a mile away from the lion?
Yes.
That's all I got. That's all my punches I'm throwing. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so like Curze is always like, I don't die here, or this doesn't happen, or you don't do this, or I don't do this. It's really strange, right? So when I say he's not really sure of himself, it's more of he only sees the negative in everything. But I tell you what, if you told him, hey, that dude jaywalked, that's a dead son of a bitch. I think that's what makes Curze so crazy when I say he has a lot of conviction. Crime is crime in the eyes of Konrad Curze. Hey, what'd you do? Well, I stole this bagel. Death. I killed somebody. Death. So if I steal a bagel, I kill somebody, it's the same punishment? Yeah. Punishment is punishment. Death is death.
That's crazy.
He's 100% 100% conviction in what he does. Where he kind of draws like this weird, I don't know, is it's never just a straight up fight. It's always some bullshit.
It's always some, don't fight me, fight this guy.
No, it's always like, so he goes to fight on the 500 worlds, and he's like, okay, I'm on this planet. Come and get me, ha ha ha. And he hides inside the populace. Now, did that stop the lion from rad bombing the whole thing and killing everybody? No, it did not. But Curze was like, damn, he really did it. And then went right back to hood rat shit. Like he's
knows
like, what he
Curze
wants.
was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just know I live. I don't know about you boys.
Mm-hmm. But I like Curze, man, because like he knows what he's about. He says what he means. You know, he does his shit. And like he's one of the original Primarchs that does not give a fuck, bro. They come out and they're like, "Oh, Curze, you can't do that." And he's like, "Look, just let me skin 2 babies. Let me do it on TV. They'll stop. I promise. They'll quit their hood rat shit." Like, I like Curze. He's good. He's good to play with, and he's fun to play with. Like, you won't be bored playing that Legion for sure.
Yeah, these guys are so cool. What are your thoughts, Christian?
I mean, I don't mind them. I don't think highly of them, as you could see, because I love Dark Angels, and so this is kind of a lineage, and I'm like, eh. I'm surprised Gabe's not more on the lines of like on my side too, because it took G-Man and the Lion at one point. Am I right on that? Didn't it take them two to take out Curze?
Yes, but that's what I mean by it's always with some
Mhm.
bullshit.
Yep.
Like, it's never a straight up fight with Curze, bro. It's always on some bullshit.
But they're cool. I would like to see a lot more Night Lords players out there. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of loyal, dedicated people who play in them. It's just that they're beautiful models that I think take a lot of dedication to paint.
Oh yeah, I would definitely have to pay Gabe to paint these models for me.
Raggedy bitch.
John already got you on that one.
No,
Yeah,
not yet.
John's got you beat by like a 2-year lead, bro.
No, not yet. He hadn't paid.
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
has
yes.
he?
Yeah.
It's just that he hasn't called forth Gabe to be like, I'm taking this to this event.
Yeah, like there's a few people that like, if they ever call me and they're like, I want to do this, this, and this, and I want to do it for this event, I'll be like, shit, hit the button, Max. I'll
Pull
be
the
there.
lever, Kronk.
Yeah, John's one of those people. He's good people, man. But
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
but I think that
I'm
wraps
waiting
Night
for
Lords.
I think that does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christian, what would you say you were waiting for?
Oh, I'm waiting for him to pull that trigger because I want to see him play them too.
I just want to see him back playing again.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
low
my
key
goal.
terrified of John like going full tilt because like when he turns it on, dude, like his brain, his autism turns on.
Yeah, one day just a friendly thing at late camera. I just have to sit across from him and just be like, "Hey, man, here's a shot. Here's a shot. We're gonna do this in good faith. Let's have a just like no hold bars, just fucking all out competitive fucking the John that I know you could be." Because John he holds back a lot. I know he does. I just want to see it. I just want to see it once.
Christian's out here causing the guns of Navarone and shit. Well, I guess that's a wrap there, guys. So
Let us
thanks
know
for
how
joining
what
us.
y'all thought.
I hope you guys liked Kyle's breakdown of Night Lords. I was honestly kind of nervous about this one, not gonna lie.
I think
But
I like to think I was fairly prepared and had enough to say.
I think you did okay, Mortimer. I think you did okay.
I'll take it.
But with that being said, guys, again, thanks for joining us on another episode of Late Night Dice Ramblings from the Warp. We're almost done with the traders, and we're gonna get into the loyalists. Which, oh man, I can't wait to. I can't wait to get into some of the loyalists, and then other ones I'm like, meh.
I'm like that about all of them. Buh.
That's because you're a hood rat bitch.
That's
But
true.
but as always, thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see some of you guys at War Games Con. I will be up there. I'm hoping that Kyle's going to be in tow.
I'm hoping. Here's to praying, man.
You know, but until then, guys, as always, happy dice, happy life. Fuck Erebus. We'll catch you on the next one.
Adios.